Hey everybody, this is Johnny with Green Mountain Grills, and today I'm going to be showing you how to replace your Davy Crockett igniter. For this project today, you're going to be needing the 10mm T-handle wrench, some needle nose pliers, a Phillips, and a 7mm ratchet. First thing we're going to do is unplug the grill. The second thing you're going to do is unscrew the board. And now we're going to remove the thermal sensor wire and the wiring harness for the control board. Now after removing your control board, you can remove the lower grate. So now I'm going to remove the hopper. Before you remove the hopper, make sure it's clear of all pellets. So now let's untie this tie or clip the zip tie depending on what you have, and then we'll have access to the wires. So now let's locate the igniter wires and get these unplugged. You're looking for a white and red wire at green plastic bullet connectors. You can just pull these apart. And these might be a little bit difficult to pull apart, so you can use some pliers. And now we're going to disconnect the combustion fan so you have easier access to the igniter wires. Alright, so you may have these Phillips head screws, or you can have 7mm bolts. So if you have a screwdriver skinny enough, you can go straight through these holes, but if you don't, like mine, you just want to come in at an angle. And once you get it to bite, you can get it to twist a little bit, and then you'll be able to twist it off with your fingers. And now you're going to remove this plastic grommet that holds the igniter wires. Let's remove your grill grate, and your grease tray, and the heat shield as well. So now that your igniter wires are free, you can pull this rod out. All right, and now I got my new igniter, and I'm gonna slide this right through the fire pot like so. So now we can put our grommet back on. All right, and now we can put our combustion fan back on since we've got our igniter replaced. And now that we got everything all nice and tight, we can get this hopper box back on and we can get the rest of the grill plugged back together. And you want to feed this thermal sensor wire back through the control panel hole. Now we can get your hopper bolts back in. Now that those are hand tight, you can definitely tighten those down a little bit more with your 10mm. And now we can plug the combustion fan wires back in. They are non-polarity, so it does not matter which way they go back in. As long as you make sure they plug into the correct part, you should be good to go. Next is going to be the igniter wires. They're going to be white and red, so we can get those plugged back in. All right, now you can plug the thermal sensor wire back in. All right, now you just gotta plug the wire harness back in. Make sure you have the tab up so it can lock into place. Now that everything's back together, we're just gonna tighten your board down. And now if your wires are still hanging down low, you can use your tie or a zip tie to buckle them back together and make sure they're out of the way. All right, now you can put your lower hopper guard back on. So now we wanna plug the grill back in so we can have it stay off. Now that we got the grill running again, we're going to turn it on and just make sure everything's working. Auger spinning, igniter igniting, fan running. So now that we know the auger's turning, we're going to pour our pellets in and we should see some smoke here soon once the igniter starts running. All right, we got our auger feeding, we got our igniter igniting, so now we got the fan running. We're definitely getting a lot of smoke here, so we should be good to go.